What's up, everyone? I know my video is late for the Fallout episode 4 review, but I was gonna do it yesterday. My back was hurting so much, it like hurt to breathe. So I was like, I'll just wait till tomorrow, get a couple Tylenol or whatever. I know the lighting's bad, waited too late in the day, but whatever. Just to get it out there, nobody's like, it's whatever. I think the review was the review. I think the episode was great. I would give the episode a 10. I'm not gonna go into too many spoilers here. I'm gonna make this a quick video. I did want to say in some of my other reviews, uh, after watching other people's reviews, I was like, oh yeah, I realized that there was something I didn't take into account because I kind of expected it, which was the quality of the setting and how everything how everything is done, how they approach the lore and how they do characters. Now I know people are saying, "Oh, but it's changing the original story." With certain things, I care if you change the original story. With certain things, I don't. This being a RPG where you, as the character, would be selecting your own route and selecting your own story, then it doesn't matter that much to me. And it can have a separate canon. Movies can have separate canons. Things. I'm kind of getting tired of the whole canon debate in every single show. And oh, this isn't. I grew up reading comics where the canon changes all the time. There's your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man. Different writers come and they start, and you don't really even know what year it's supposed to be, and this and that. I'm used to that. So, like I said, with some certain things I care, like certain shows, I can't really think of one right now, but with a lot of other things I don't. And this, like I said, I started playing Fallout and Fallout 3. I played Fallout 3, I played New Vegas, played Fallout 4, and played Fallout 76. I beat 3 New Vegas and 4. I didn't beat 76. So I don't even know what they're referring to. It's been a while since I played. When when 76 came out, like a few months after that was the last time I played Fallout. So I heard that people were complaining about it, but I don't really even know what they were complaining about, honestly. Uh, Maybe it was the years, probably something with the years or whatever. I, I was kind of upset that New Vegas was pretty much destroyed. That I didn't like. Um, but it wasn't like I hate this thing. So what I was saying earlier is that I would raise my scores maybe for, well, I think I said one of them I didn't know if I wanted to give it a 7 or a 6. And I literally the whole time I wanted to give it a 7 or really an 8, but I was saying I can't give it an 8 because I don't know how much better the future episodes are going to be. And I was kind of grading it in terms of grading it against itself instead of grading it against all things because I didn't take into consideration that the setting is so amazing. They did like everything right because I just expected that from seeing season one, you know. And really, there's not many shows or many that I would see or that I would watch where the setting is like completely trash. Like it's not really depicting the game or the comic in a correct way. You know what I mean? So that wasn't that big of an issue for me. This episode has good action, good drama. In the beginning, we see uh, Walter in the past, and I can't even think straight right now. I think his name is Walter the Ghoul. We see him in the past. Um, this flashback I liked much more than the other flashback. Like the second flashback in the other episode where his friend is giving a speech, that didn't bother me. It was just the flashback of him seeing his wife packing again. I'm like, how many? We get it. She left, dog. You know, what I mean, I know as a person, you would be remembering that all the time, like your wife leaving, blah blah blah. But we could just know that he's remembering all the time. We don't need to see him keep remembering all the time. But uh, like that specific scene, like I have no problem with seeing him remember things, but remembering that same scene over and over, I kind of like it's like we get the point now. But besides that, if this the flashback and this one was actually great. I love that they showed the war and when he was in the Alaskan frontier, and I liked how they humanized the soldiers from China. A lot of times they'll show soldiers from other countries, you know, when America's fighting them, and it's just like, oh, they're heartless, like they're not people, they're just evil, blah blah blah. You know, they didn't do that in this. You could see that they were like just like him, like they're just soldiers following orders. And when she's talking, like he doesn't know what she's saying, but we could see with the subtitle, she's like, "Dang man, what they got you in?" And because his armor, like there's gonna be a little um spoiler, so just note that. But his armor like freezes up on him, like malfunctions on him. Is after his friend's armor already malfunctioned, and the command told them to keep looking and keep eliminating the Chinese soldiers. But he told his friend to go back to base. He said they want you to go back because your suit is faulty, and so he lied to him so to save his friend's life because he knew like with that armor all fucked up, you're a sitting duck because you're trapped in it. You know, once it like seizes up, and that's what happened to him. His armor seized up. They were shooting at him. It was doing good, deflecting bullets. But when he went to shoot, his armor seized up. He couldn't shoot. Then his legs seized up. He fell down. So they walked up to him, and the Chinese soldiers, they were just in like regular armor and not power armor. They just had regular gear, regular camo, and bulletproof vest, stuff like that that soldiers have. And the one woman, she's like, "Oh man, what do they got you in, huh, buddy?" And you know, but she's saying it in Chinese, so he doesn't know what she's saying. He's just like probably thinks they're saying like let's torture him or something. And she's like, "The future is here," and the guys laugh. She's like, "No, really, because pretty soon they'll be making us fight in this, and we'll have to say the same thing this poor sap said." Okie dokie, and she says it in English though, and I really like that. You know, I just really like that like humanization of the enemy soldiers, and then something happens because you know he's not dead, so they clearly didn't execute him right there. But I don't want to spoil what happens. Um, and that's how the episode starts. So we get to see the kings in this episode. Uh, we get to see some buff out being used, and you know, um, so overall, if I'm rating this episode, like I said, I didn't want to give too many spoilers, and this one, I'm gonna say this episode. I guess since the last two episodes, I was too light on. I'm gonna say this one was a 9 for me. This episode is a 9. Not that there was any issues. You know what? Forget it. I'll give it a 10. I didn't have any. There was nothing I didn't like about it. I'll give it a 10. Even though I feel like it could be better because anything could be better. Like I wasn't jumping up and down, cheering, hooting, and hollering. So maybe I should give it a 9. But like also, I'm not the type of person that does that very often or like ever. Like even if I feel like it, I probably won't do that. So, but I can't say that I 100% felt like it. I did feel like some the excitement building up, but I wasn't feeling like I had to keep myself from jumping up and down. You know. So I'll say this episode was a 9. A great episode. And I don't remember if it was episode one or maybe episode two that I gave a 6.5. I guess I'll bump that up to a 7.5. I didn't think about the setting, so I got to give it a setting for just nailing the lore. And I mean, setting. I gotta give it a point for nailing the lore again, flawlessly. So that's my review. A little bit late. Well, several days late. The episode's coming out. The next episode's coming out in 2 days, but still, that was my review for Fallout season 2, episode 4. I hope you liked it. I hope everything's going good for everyone, and I'll see you guys around.